Hi, I'm Travis and welcome to Benefits Breakup. This is an update video to let you know today I went and viewed my first property. It's a bit of a milestone really. Quite excited at the moment, quite elevated. So yeah, let's go through this property and my thoughts on it. It is quite exciting actually. Basically, I was searching through Zoopla, just having a browse, and there was a property listed on Monday for sale in the street that I live in. And I looked at it, looked through the photos. It was up there advertised a 3-bed, 1-bath, dated property, and you could sort of tell it is a deceased tenant sort of situations, probably being divvied up by the grandkids for money. Anyway, it's on the market for 350 grand. So I looked through the photos. Immediately, my first thought is, I'm applying what I'm familiar with, which is the house that I live in, which is on the same street, which is a HMO, specifically a student-let HMO. So I'm looking at it, it's like, is this going to be a viable property for HMO? Look through the photos, there's a huge rec room, there's a huge dining room. Straight away I'm like, make those into bedrooms. Suddenly you've got 4 double bedrooms, 1 single bedroom, which I'm a bit iffy on, but at least 4 double bedrooms there to rent out students. And I know my room, this room that I live in up here, is £500 a month including bills. So straight away I'm thinking, £2,000 income per month from this property, should we be able to fill it? So that was pretty exciting. I was like, okay, let's do the maths. I went over to a mortgage calculator, calculated a buy-to-let mortgage on 80% loan to value, which I think is the most you can loan usually. I'm not too sure. I got told that somewhere. Please leave a comment if I'm wrong. I'm always open to learning. I put into the calculator, need 350 on it, borrow 80%, and it spat out, it's going to cost around 2,300 in lender's fees, and then you get 2.99% per annum for 24 months variable, and it's estimated up to about 660 odd pounds per month. And then I put that into a spreadsheet with the running costs that were listed on Zoopla, and it came out like fairly favorably. Like, if you're able to fill those 4 rooms, the return on investment, which is the yearly profit out of the property as a percentage of the amount of money you needed to put down to acquire the property, came out fairly good. It was up 16%. And I was like, man, that's pretty nice. Bear in mind, that's with no refurb or anything. So, it's still quite a high number. I don't know what, typically, it's the highest one that I've ever found. So I was like, So, basically, I sent a link to some of my friends that I've made along the way, the people I've met at the investors meetings and stuff. And I said, hey, check this out. It seems like a great opportunity. Do you think, what are your thoughts on it? And I got told basically, yeah, try and go and have a look around, see what it's like. And so basically that's what I did. I called up the real estate and I said, hey, I was looking at this property. I'm an investor. Can I have a look around? And they're like, yeah, when you're free. And I was like, can we do it this afternoon? And he was right on it. He was like, yeah, 2:00, let's go. I had half an hour to get it. Lucky it's up the road, but in half an hour I got to view the property. So I was expecting to have to wait and book it in, or maybe he was going to question me a bit more about, do you actually have any money or anything like that? But nah, he was happy as Larry to come and show me around. So yeah, that's what I did. I went and had a look, and sort of true to my feelings at the start, that small bedroom that I was a bit iffy on, I wouldn't put someone in there. Honestly, I would rent it out as a 4 double room. It needs a refresh. It's not in bad condition. It's just looks like it's from the 1920s, you know, like it's really old fashioned. It's got ugly walls, ugly carpets, it's got old furnishings. It needs a bit of love to bring it up to sort of to modernize it, to make it viable. Kitchen's all right, you know, facilities are all right. I got told to specifically look at the boiler. I opened the boiler cupboard, I had a look. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looked newer than the boiler that's in this house, so I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then the really exciting thing happened, right? We went out the back into the garden of the house, and the garden just kept going and going. This garden is massive. Like, you know, I've got the garden here at this house, you know, I thought it was pretty big. It's like 3 times the size of that, and it's got rear access via a lane. And then straight away I was getting excited, like, what if we subdivide? So this is what's got me excited about this property, right? Not only was it already at a, you know, it's a pretty, granted, there's things that I didn't calculate into my return on investment. I didn't calculate the cost of renovations to bring it up to basically letting standard, modernizing, I guess. The cost of modernizing, probably, I have no idea how much that's going to cost, so I didn't calculate it, so you got to factor that in. And I didn't factor in voids or maintenance into the running costs, because I don't really know what to expect or how to calculate that. But even with that in mind, if you think about 300, you know, you're putting down 72 grand to secure this property. That's, you know, you're getting a 16% return on that. If you then subdivide the property and sell the land, I have no idea what land's worth. I asked the real estate agent, he reckons 50-60 grand for the land. I don't know how much it costs to subdivide, but, you know, if we conservatively say, you know, say the total cost of subdividing, and then the profit from selling, the money made from selling the land minus the cost of subdividing, say you made 20 grand on that, suddenly the numbers start looking mighty fat. We're talking like 20% return on investment, and like that excites me, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure someone can weigh in and tell me where I've gone wrong or how this is too good to be true, because I'm definitely getting that feeling of, oh, that seems real tempting and real good, but I'm sure there's something I'm missing. I'm sure, you know, who knows, maybe I'm overestimating the ability to fill those rooms with people willing to pay £500 a month in this area. But, you know, I live in a house across the road and I pay £500 a month. I'd rather live in it. I'd live in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's my update. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who commented and liked and supported and subscribed to my last video, because it was really encouraging. It made me feel really good, and it's probably the reason that I was able to get myself motivated to do this today and go and view my first property. So big thank you to anyone who's offered kind words of support. Everyone's been really lovely. But this video here, definitely looking for some knowledgeable people to inform me where I've gone wrong and what I've missed. That's going to make this sort of property, you know, not as good as I say. You know, it's probably still a good investment opportunity, but probably not quite as good as I think it is, because I'm not sure if I know enough now to know what I don't know, if that makes sense. So yeah, basically, yeah, that's all from me today. If you want to follow my journey from a benefit survivor to a financially free property entrepreneur, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Any comments, feedback, helpful advice, hit me up. I'm a friendly dude, try to get back to everyone. But yeah, thank you for watching and wish me luck. Oh, and see you tomorrow at the crash course.